What's up, guys? Welcome to Bro Beats. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Post Malone type beat. With that being said, if you're new, subscribe and let's get into the video. So, if you are a beginner, this might be a little, well, it may be looked at as advanced for you, but if you're not, then this should just be like a decent, regular, project. So with that being said, we can just get started on actually making the beat. So the BPM, mine obviously you can see is 126, but I think 120 to 130 is pretty good. Kind of like a slower tempo. But you can choose anything, obviously. I'm gonna just get this out the way before people start commenting. These are my sounds, custom sounds in an unfinished kit, as you can see. And I was making sounds for this, but ended up making more sounds and it turned into a kit. So, and I'll tell you like if it's a pad or a bell or a synth, so you can just like pick a pad, your own sounds. So yeah. So the first thing I'm gonna do is a clap, okay? Just put it right there. I'm going to the piano roll, and why is it all the way over here? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so we just put the clap just like that. Very, very simple. And it might be a little loud because I already have it mastered and everything. So actually, I'm just turning it down a little bit. So put the velocity all the way up on all of them. And I'm gonna actually put this on the grid. As you can see, the scale is a B major, okay? B major. Now, the snare, okay? Put one here and one at the end. I'm just put these here just so I can see, where I'm where's the second like bar and everything. Let me just put this one here. Don't worry about the kick. I'm just putting that there so we can see what we're doing. And then I'm gonna put two right here, okay? Just like that. And that's the first one. So now all we have to do is copy it. I'm gonna put this on the grid. And then you see here, just copy it. Just like that. Obviously, velocity, put the velocity up. Then cut the kick. You shouldn't have that, but I'm cutting the kick. Now the hi-hats, okay? I'm gonna do fill each two steps, okay? Just like that. Now I'm glad that this is right here so we can see in relation to the snare. So right here, what we're gonna do is pull one right here. Let me fix this. All right. Like that, okay? And then I'll show you after what it'll look like. And then I'm gonna take one out right here, just like that. So we can really just copy that all the way. All right, we can just copy this the whole way. And this is just the beginning. Add more later. And this is gonna make more bounce on that part where the snare hits. Okay, so now we have this, and this is what it should sound like. Just something like that, okay? Now the open hat. The open hat I would put right here. And I actually might switch the hat here. That might sound a little bit better. And then from here, it's the same spot. And we can just switch that. But you can keep it the same, but I just know it'll create a little bit more bounce because the open hat is playing by itself. So what I'm going to do, just copy it over. We don't have to mess with the velocity. This is what it should sound like. See, it's like a little bit more bouncy. We want that because it's a slow beat. So we want to make sure the drums are very, punchy and, interesting. So now that's out the way. Now we can do the snare roll. Okay. Now this is the advanced part pretty much if you're a beginner. I'm going to put some markers down so you can actually see, where I'm putting this stuff at. So let me think. We're going to put one here. I'm just put this up here velocity down so you can see what part. And let's see, maybe on here and then okay. So this is pretty much what it's going to take up. All right. And that's the first part. This is just a marker just so you can like see, because when I go into the grid, it's going to get confusing. So go to 1/3 step. Okay. And I probably want somewhere right there. So here, put 4 of them. Okay. And I have to make it really small. I'm actually going to pull these back so that they are like that. Okay. And then on the 4th one, pull it down. And we can go about C, somewhere right there. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on this. And then the second one, pretty much the same thing. And something like that. And hopefully that it's in the right spot. It should be. So this is what it should sound like. Something like that. So now we can just copy this, okay? And we're not done with this yet. We can just copy it and put it in place. See? That one's the same, okay? So now we just move this back. Actually take these out. Okay. So now we put one here. Okay. So it's gonna go like and then it's gonna go down and da da. So one here, and then we're gonna go down, maybe C. Gotta zoom in a little bit more. We gotta get that half point. So I'm gonna put this in. Half of that should be about here. So there we go. And then we can just put 3 like that. So it should sound like this. Something like that. I'm gonna put these down a little bit more, just like that. All right, so that's done. All right. So I spent too much time on that really, but hopefully you can just rewatch that and everything and understand what I was doing. So now, everything's done up here. Now the kick. Okay. Now the kick, it's really easy. Not really too much to explain. Just one right here, and there's a long space against a slow beat, and it's like an R&B type of style. So want to space it out. Maybe one there, and then here is you can just go like this, and we can just copy it, and you can just copy this, I guess. And velocity, put the velocity up. I'm gonna put mine down on the grid, something like that. And on the second part, I'll probably put some extra stuff in here. I'm not sure where yet, so I'm gonna just leave it alone for now. I'm gonna copy this pattern up here for the 808. Copy that. Okay. So this is what it should sound like. Okay. So now this is the pad. This is the pad. So you want to get you a pad. All right. Now for the pad, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a nostalgic type of sound. That's what pretty much his music is, like nostalgic music. All right. So what you want to do, I'm using a major chord, and when you use half notes in a major chord, it creates a nostalgic sound. But the first chord I'm gonna use is gonna be off of that, the grid. pretty much. Well, not the grid, but the off of the half notes. Okay, half notes are two notes that are next to each other like this. Okay, so I'm gonna probably go up to F. Turn the velocity down a little bit. And let's just listen. And I'm gonna turn this off here so you can just hear it. Hopefully it's loud enough. And in this type beat, I'm gonna be going like like switching octaves a lot just to create the nostalgic sound. So you can try to take that tip and do what you want with it, but that's just a little tip you can do. So I think this might sound decent. We just copy it, and this is a background. Okay, this is a background sound, and I already have this stuff mixed, but I'm gonna just for structure to the structure of it. I want to do the structure at the end, so I kind of mixed it already. So you can see I'm just half notes pretty much, and then I told you the F, and this is the base of everything we're gonna do from here. Okay, you'll see these same notes throughout the whole entire melody or whatever. So from here, we're gonna do this little synth I heard in one of the songs, Post Malone songs. It's pretty much the same, except I think we can, let's see how this is gonna sound. All right, so I'm gonna use this half note here and probably go down to A and then to F again. You can see it's pretty much the same notes, the A and the F. I'm just using D, but it's a half note, so you know, same type of thing. And I'm gonna just stretch this out and we can copy it. You just see I'm using half notes in a major scale. So yeah, and I'm gonna pull this up. It should sound like this. Oh wait, I forgot I put a legato on this. So now it should sound like a different, kind of like a different sound. Okay, so now I have this gate. It's like a little gate thing I made. So now with this, it's just gonna switch from let's see. Trying to remember how it kind of was in the song. I think it was just like one note, but we can just use two. So I'm gonna just mess around on the half notes and see which ones that work. So I'm gonna try putting it on F and see if that sounds good, like just switching. All right, so that's decent. It's just gonna be in the background, you know, nothing crazy. All right. So this is a gate I have. And all of these, keep in mind, you don't have to use these type of sounds. Just use, these are all ambient kind of nostalgic sounds. All right. And if you have Omnisphere, you can just look up nostalgic or nostalgia, and a bunch of these type of sounds will pop up. So yeah, or you can just use ambient sounds, synth pads, all that type of stuff, and just put reverb on it, and you should be good. Now this is like a synth that was in the song. I'm not sure. I just tried to recreate it as best I could. So from this one, I think what I want to do is kind of switch it up. I don't want the same melody the whole time. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the B just so it can kind of, merge. So let's just try making something like a little melody. I'm going to turn that down. Okay, so little advanced tip if you're a beginner, you can go off the scale. I'm not gonna explain how or why you can, just know that you can. So I'm gonna go off the scale, and you can usually it only works in major from my experience. I'm not really sure if it works in minor that well, but I know in major a lot I can go off the scale. But yeah, so here we go. So it doesn't sound too bad going off the scale, but it sounds right. Anything right here, if I go here, it's gonna be too low. I want to go higher, so I gotta stay somewhere right here, and we can just copy it. Just a little synth, a bass synth bass, just something simple. Okay, so moving on. Now we have a bell. Now from here, right here is pretty much a Post Malone type beat because you got to keep in mind we're not doing trap. We're not doing a trap beat where it's just like a bunch of sounds that just have different melodies and just a bunch going on. This is very simple, very ambient. You want the artist with R&B or I don't really know what to categorize Post Malone as, but just say R&B. You want room for the artist to make the song instead of you making the beat and then the rapper just gets on it and just it's a song. The artist is going to make the song in R&B and the vocals and all that stuff. So you want to leave it very open for them to do their thing. Okay. So these bells, what I'm gonna use this, it's really random. Like I said, I'm gonna do the octave thing, and when you do that with bells, it usually sounds really good. So I'm just trying to keep the same notes like the F, the A. Turn this down actually. So I'm gonna start with F. Um, Probably higher. I'm gonna just go on the grid pretty much. So let's see. I'm gonna just try to pick some notes. Okay, kind of liking the darkness of it. So I'm just try to, I don't know, I'm just try to put something. All right, and we could just, I'm gonna Control Alt and then Alt R to randomize it just a little bit, and then I'm just copy it over. Okay, so that should be good there. And then the beat, turn this down. This is a background noise. You can see what effects I have on it, delay and reverb, and I have a lot of that on a lot of them. So what I'm gonna do, because it's gonna start skipping, I'm gonna just render 3 of these out. Okay, so I'm liking that. All right. So now I haven't played it with the drums yet. We can figure out a 808 pattern. And I'm just playing the clap and the snare and the hi-hat right now. Um, and I'm doing the bass right now. I'm just gonna try to just figure out just a random bass. I'm probably go high to low. It creates like a dark, like a sad dark sound, especially when you're in major. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm probably just move these down somewhere. So yeah. Okay, so that's cool to me. Now what I'm gonna do is just scroll down. And it's pretty much done. Now I'm gonna add a hook part. That's just my own little addition. I'm gonna just do like a freestyle for this guitar. And a trick with the 808 is what I'm gonna do is pull this down so it'll be in the background of the kick and it'll sound like the one in the song. So show you the difference real quick, because this was, it's too like bright. And I like the way that sounds. So now it's pretty much done. Now the guitar. So this is gonna be the hook part, okay? So this is completely just this has nothing to do with really Post Malone. This is just an addition, what I'm doing. So just keep that in mind. But I would suggest putting like a part where you can distinguish at least a little bit of, where the what am I trying to say? Where the hook is going to be and where the verse is, but you don't really need to with R&B. It's probably just like a hi-hat difference or whatever, but I'm gonna just do this and just try to figure out something. So All right, so that took, I'm pretty sure I speed that up. I'm not sure if I did in the video, but probably did. So that's pretty much it. So now we just gotta add the rest. Okay, and then we can put this down on the, down here. Put it by channel, and I already mixed it just to save time. And I'm gonna just structure it a little bit different, maybe not. I'm not sure, but I'm just do it. We can have the bass, bells, the guitar, and that. So these are gonna be the main. Okay, put that at the top. Just copy these. I'm just trying to make something. I'm gonna do the first two right here. Let's see. All right, so that should be good. That's how you make a Post Malone type beat. Let me comment down below and let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to touch on, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.